Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. For the first time here with Brown. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not anymore.
Looking for a better play. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And taken right on the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can get a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pack.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Play action. It's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as, that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
21-0, our score after 1.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Try to do better.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 2nd and 12, Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Markel Lee gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. "47-yard punt, a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And then it's complete. Williams. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Here's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the 1st half. You do have the entire 2nd half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. They had a first down. Carr now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right, good. We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Another try after the first down sack. Goff.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a...
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Carr now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
56, Mike, 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The throw complete here to Williams, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads. Teams playing to...
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to pour it on. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Got him in. It's Brown. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, 79 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. car, and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now they try the right side here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing now is Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, 42 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Just like that. Just like that.
They go with Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to this. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Max Crosby able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. And the pressure gets to him again. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Now it's gone. And he's going to go down again. Max Crosby in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But to be frank, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 53 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Golf will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
56, Mike.
To throw is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 deep.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Max Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Rams punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
We got this.
Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
Well, we knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
59. I'm coming. Express.
And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now a handoff working right. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This is Richard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Goff now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Goff now looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff. And the pressure gets to him again. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the Rams punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
Well, there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 8, and he's going to go down again. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Rams punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On second down now. Richard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson on for the PAT, and another touchdown, maybe rubbing it in a little here. That post-game handshake between coaches might be tense.
Yeah, I would say it will be a little bit tense, but you have to look at it from the side of the victor. They're in a tight battle. They may need those points in case of a tiebreaker at the end of the year.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got him. Play 56, fight.
Gone. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Oakland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA